You're all going to die down here.
Welcome back to United Gamers Authority. I'm Shade Hunter, and today I'm doing a take 2 on my second episode of the whole Masterclass playthrough. Because I spent an entire episode working on this little hole and an idea I had, and, well, I was muted. So let me give you a tour real quick, and then we'll... By then, Huntress, she's around here somewhere doing her quests, has joined me. Oh, good grief. I also had a wandering horde as soon as I logged into the game.
So we call doing everything on mute a Huntress because I do all the time.
Come on, die. Thank you. All right. So when we left off, I was essentially in a little hole here that I was proceeding to dig out, and then I realized it would be kind of neat to have this more of an entryway into a base that's up top. And I proceeded to record an entire day. That's why we're missing a day. For an entire day of me building this. It's just wood and cobblestone. So it's a little stout building. Room for a few things to get started and maybe move on to another base later, or maybe just expanding this one. I don't know. Haven't gotten that far yet. But I was explaining the reason for the circle holes, that we can attack through them with pretty much any melee weapon or gun, ranged weapon. To save materials, I left the roof as wood. At some point, I'll probably put some type of angle piece on the top so that when we do get wandering hordes, they can't pile up on top of each other and get on the roof. And maybe eventually bust out and put a little garden out here or something. I don't know. It's more of a theory I had. Part of my theory was also digging straight down all the way around this plateau and us basically having a one entrance to come into the plateau and potentially even using this as a horde base at some point, having them have to like walk up here and like single file come up here to greet us, knocking them back down. I don't know, but who knows. I do have a tier 1 fetch, and then since Huntress is here, she will be able to grab another one, and that will make the quests go faster. However, one thing with the way that the game has progressed is it also makes Horde a little bit difficult, especially when you're in a party, because once you get to about game stage 150, overall, you start getting demolishers. So we need to be very careful on how we progress our game stage. And we have this stuff down here. Later, after this episode, we will just pick all this stuff up and move it up top there. I was going to end up staying in here for a few nights, but after building that, there's no reason to keep all this stuff down here. We'll move it later. I'm not too worried about it. But right now, Huntress looks like she's placing her campfire, so that now we can go visit the trader, get her a quest, and then hopefully get some of them done. Problem is, we are out in the middle of absolute nowhere, and it's going to take a while to get there.
I, on my personal game, had this exact thing. I know where most of the things are, so
That's good.
Hopefully that will help. Did the trader already?
No, not all of it. This trader is interesting. I can't remember. I don't think I did. I don't think I showed the secret in this one. The door's not open. So, when you come into this Trader Joel's, after you do all the looting up here, you go over to the fireplace and crouch, walk in, and fall down to his apartment. And then you can loot his apartment. Alright, I looted his apartment. Oh, I wish I could loot all these boxes. There are stacks upon stacks upon stacks of ammo boxes out here. All right, so we're going to clean up our inventories and get prepared and make sure all of our stuff is repaired and head out to the quest. We will pick back up with you guys when we get there. All right, we are over here at the first one, and it apparently has taken us half a day to run, a kilometer. So getting the bicycles is top priority at this moment in time. We just made a box, dropped all of our stuff off that we picked up on the way. Now we're going to go hit this up. Because we're short on time, we're not going to be able to do much sneaking or double looting. Because we want to be able to turn the quests in every day. Go ahead and hit it. And luckily it's just a fetch. You know what? Oh, she did wake up. Thank you. Running with a second person is a lot different than going on your own.
Oh my gosh. Hope I just hit you instead. It's too tight in here.
Things can be a little bit more forgiving during normal play with a second person. When it really starts affecting you is on horde nights, when you start getting things that you may not be ready for because you have a second person.
A couple over here. Ooh, and there's a food pile.
Wake up, people. Yep, got you.
And I did level up, so I'm going to go ahead and...
Speaking about leveling up, during the entirety of yesterday, I was going to put in my points at the end of the episode, and then I realized I had recorded the entire thing silently. So I have 5 points to do something with. I'm going to actually go ahead and go back into the intellect tree. I'm going to put a point into intellect. That way I can go ahead and grab plunderer, robotics inventor, and another point into electrocutioner, which is going to further increase the damage of my batons, and put another point into... Actually, I'm going to drop a point into Grease Monkey so that I could start getting closer to making motorized vehicles, because we're in the middle of nowhere. So,
we're in the mountains.
That's going to go. All right, well, we figure out our inventory and get up to the next location. We're going to go ahead and cut it here, and we'll meet you when we get there. All right, we are at our location. And dealing with Marlene here. Oh wait, that's not Marlene. That's what's her name? Can't remember her name. Marlene's the little short one in the dress, I think. Man, it's been a while. All right, let's hit it. Cannot wait until I have help on.
We have 2 grills, so we can have food.
Oh wow, lots of zombies in this one.
In the door. Mine's here.
That is why I have...
The pew pew!
We will be back when we get back to the trader. Made it back. We have very little time. I'm actually going to take pipe bombs and the crafting magazine bundle. And jobs.
Ranger's Guide to Archery.
Clear zombies at 403 meters.
Brilliant. I guess this guy makes us friends now.
I'm gonna do a fetch.
Ooh. Got in the nick of time. Alright, so that point that I just got, I'm actually going to have to jump over here and put it into fortitude and cardio so that it is easier to sprint places. Just a smidgen at least. And that is day 3, and effectively for the next couple of days, that's what we're going to be doing. Running, grabbing the stuff, coming back. Running, grabbing the stuff, coming back. And that's kind of the beginning life. And hiding at night. Just waiting for time to pass. Unless we get some really good gear, then we can actually start venturing out at night. But the big thing that you want to do is focus on killing your zombies, maintaining as much food and medical that you can, and collecting a bunch of materials for at least the first 1 to 4 days. After that, you want to start thinking about where you're going to go for Horde on the 7th day, and just kind of keep an eye out while still doing those other things. Sometimes you might want to build a Horde base, or you might want to take over something for your first Horde. And over the next few days of this series, I'll be pointing out the different types of things you want to look for when choosing your first Horde base. And then also, if you're trying to build your first Horde base, some things you want to actually keep in mind when trying to build it. So thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and fix up our inventory and also move everything from this little hole to the bigger base up top that I recorded in silence. So thank you all for watching. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
If any of this was remotely helpful, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.
You're all going to die down here.